Prince Blue. Real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, coach, talk that, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just make sure the gang come through.
Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Real Time with Prince Blue. It is Tuesday. Um, I thought I'd come early with my Thanksgiving special episode because look, everybody gonna be eating. I ain't gonna have no time to fire this bad boy up and be talking to y'all. I'm gonna be full of food, full of memories, be laughing, joking, and I want to give all the time I'm gonna have to family because that's what matters, right? So, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope everybody is doing well, doing good, everybody's healthy, and I hope everybody have is meeting up with everybody and gonna have a blessed Thanksgiving. So this episode is gonna be a hodgepodge. It's gonna be all over the place. But I'm gonna make sure I hit every one of my topics and feel free please to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna have fun tonight. And I wanted to first start off with I recently went back home to the New Jersey, Philly area. Um just going back, see my mom, see my dad. I haven't seen my dad in would it be a few years since I retired from the police department. My dad doesn't fly, so and train is it's kind of hard. My dad is 78 years old, so it's kind of hard him to be on the train like that. So we drove down and I just called him and I was like, hey, look, we coming and you're coming back with us. And he was like, say no more. He packed up his little suitcase. So my dad's been with us for going on 2 weeks now. This is the first Thanksgiving me and my dad have probably spent together, man, I want to say 2012. So yeah, and for those who don't know, like everything that you see on this wall, how I am with my family, with my wife, how I view things in society, how I walk, talk, think, and act. A lot of that has been influenced by my dad. I took a lot of the good, a lot of the bad, and I used my own experiences and I put it together. And this is the person that you see right now talking in front of you. But my dad is here for Thanksgiving. The family is going to do Thanksgiving at my house. So I'm going to have a house full of family and it's going to be good times. And I can't wait for that. So, what's going on, Aaron? Appreciate you hopping in with me. Y'all make sure y'all check out Aaron Ortega, by the way. He has an excellent Eagles podcast stream show. Dude is through and through. He's valid about it. Make sure y'all check that out. Really good dude. Um so like I said, topic number one. Went home to the Philly, New Jersey area. So since I was up there, I wanted to try to touch base or meet a lot of the people from Twitter, which I have become really close with and felt like they came to be family. So I met with Big T Will, I met with Karate Market, his lovely wife Alicia. I met with the Barbell Barbies, Jess Allen and Britt. And I wanted to meet with others as well, but it was so condensed and everybody was doing a lot of stuff, and I know it's still COVID and stuff like that, but a lot of people wanted to see me. They would spend the invites to come drink, eat, uh, watch the Eagles game somewhere else. So it was so awesome. I appreciate all of you, and hopefully next time when I come up, we'll be able to all get together and make it happen. Shout out to Terry, Shantae, Rosa, a lot of the people that since the pandemic, I've really they've become extended family and they've become part of my circle. As a lot of people know, like my circle is very small. And uh Aaron, not any more games. I went to all the games I think I'm going to go to far as Eagles wise, but you never know. If something happens and I happen to land upon a ticket, I would love to go to a home game or another away game. But my circle is very small, and when I include you into my circle, I really feel like, not to say like, oh man, you should be thankful, but no, basically, like legit, like my circle is really small, and when I add people to my circle, that means a lot to me because I'm very cynical by nature. I'm always looking for the bad in people a lot of the times, and for anybody to be in my circle, that is huge because it's hard for me to trust people when I say things to them that they're not going to say it to somebody else and they're not going to, take it and try to use it against me. So I went back to New Jersey on, I want to say on Saturday. I met up with the big homie main event status. For those who don't know, main event has been doing a podcast live streaming, I mean, over a decade. And he's big fixture in the Philadelphia area. He started the rage streams and all that stuff. So a lot of styles out there is his. Like, go ahead and own it. But I met up with him. For those who don't know, man, he does so many things. He does like Spark races. He's a jujitsu guy. He's a um he's a boxer. He does a lot of things. And I met up with him and I sparred for the very first time. I got in the ring with him. I gave him 4 rounds, 3 minutes a pop. Let me tell you something. Shout out to all the boxers, athletes, people who just are in extreme good shape, because let me tell you something. Those were the longest 3 minute rounds. Those are the longest 3 minutes of my life. Every single round, I was waiting to hear the bell. That's how hard it is to focus. Oh yeah, and by the way, you got somebody swinging on you or somebody that could take your head off if they wanted to. But he didn't do that. Main event, he pushed me through. He taught me how to get into the ring, um, ring psychology, like whatever he can give me, that's what he did. And I just had a blast. For those who don't know, y'all can check that out. It's on Main Event's YouTube page. The video of, yes, real Prince Blue in a boxing ring, breathing hard, swinging. One of my friends, texted me and they said I look like Balrog from Street Fighter. And if y'all don't remember, Balrog was the dude that was like a Mike Tyson type clone, and he had no kicks. All he did was punch, and that was pretty much me. Like, if y'all don't know, I'm shaped like an upside down Dorito. I'm like super brolic at the top, and then when you get down, it's just chicken little legs and all that stuff. So I worked out with him on Saturday, and then I worked out with Big T Will. I want to say it was Thursday. I worked out with Big T Will, and let me tell you something. That guy, man, he grinds. He gets at it. Um, I'm used to working out on my own, so I take my own breaks. And but him, he's like, 15, 30-second rest and then go at it, keep going back at it. Man, he put me through some things. My my ab my ab muscles, my stomach just finished stop being sore from working out with that dude because he does abs first for some reason. I was already beat after the ab workout, and then we doing everything else. And he had me in there with me. Man, I appreciate him working out with me and just helping me stay focused, man. We always talk with each other about the gym and our progress, and I'm really proud of that dude. And he's more proud of me. He lets me know every day. When he saw me, he was like, "Man, I am so proud of you, man." He was like, "You look smaller in person." Because sometimes, men, body dysmorphia is a real thing. No matter what you do, you can look in the mirror and it can still feel like it's not good enough. But when I got people like T Will, Main Event, and Karate Mark in my corner, like I'm always pushing because it's supposed to be for me, but it's more like I don't want to disappoint others because I came so far, so I don't want to stop there. But I worked out with main event, and then I had I guess you want to call it a powerlifting contest with the barbell Barbies, Jess Allen and Brits lifts. And let me tell you something, y'all can cut the shit. Them girls, they savages. Um, they get in the ring, they may laugh, they may joke, but when it's time to put up some weight, they do it and they do it well. Um, Jess Allen kicked my ass in the squats. I stopped at 365. Like my 365, I squatted, but it wasn't clean enough to count as a rep. Jess, she did that shit with with ease, and then got back up, and so I lost that one. We did the bench press. I topped out at 300 pounds, which probably ain't a lot to a lot of people, but it's a lot to me. I'm not a power lifter. I just work out to for my mental health and for me to for me to take control of my health. I'm not doing it for competition or anything like that. But I did that. That was surprising. And none of these I did not know were my best. I purposely went in not knowing how heavy I could squat, deadlift, or bench because I wanted to be surprised myself. And I learned a lot about myself that day. We couldn't do deadlift because ended up going to Legoland with the kids, but we did a whole bunch of other activities, and it was very fun. They were very gracious, very sweet ladies, and they're strong. And let me tell you something, like whatever y'all think about them, all the people I'm mentioning on Twitter, um that's why Twitter is not a real place, because every single person that I mentioned, they are genuine, they are authentic, and all they care about is having fun and being good people. What up, Keith? My man. Oh man, Keith. Y'all don't know, man. Real quick, this guy right here, Keith Dallas, man. We used to chase. I For those who don't know, I used to be a mall cop. Yes, I was the Black Paul Blart. I used to work at the Quaker Bridge Mall in Trenton, New Jersey. I don't know what it's called now, but I was a mall cop, security officer, whatever you want to call it. And man, we used to be chasing people from J.C. Penney to Finish Line. People were stealing socks, cheap gold from the kiosk. And Keith was my lieutenant back then. He was Lieutenant Dowers, and man, he used to come from Princeton University, and he used to come do the mall part time. And man, we would tear shit up, man. It was so fun. I never forget those days. You and I, Keith, running up and down Quaker Bridge Mall, getting a call on the radio. We'll be eating and getting a call on the radio that somebody's running from Finish Line with bags full of shit. And they told us we're not allowed to chase people, stuff like that. But listen, you put a badge on people, I don't care what kind of badge it is. You forget that you're not the cops. We just be chasing people for buy one get one free socks. We just listen. You ain't stealing in our mall. No. We used to have Quaker Bridge locked down, but that's a little bit about me and my man Keith. Yeah, we would run their asses down. And I remember Keith, you was super bow legged, so bow legged, pigeon toed, and knock knee. That is a horrible combination. But he will hawk people down. He was fast, y'all. Trust me when I tell you, he was a fast dude. He was a good dude. He made coming to work fun, man, and that's the best thing I remember about it. Like if Keith wasn't on the schedule, I'll be pissed off. We all been at certain jobs where it's certain people you like to work with, and if they ain't on the schedule, you like, shit, it's gonna be boring. But when Keith was on the schedule, we was never bored. Cause they used to have little rules like you can't do this, you can't do that. Keith be like, nah, fuck that. We doing it. And we would have so much fun, man. Shout out to Keith, man. I appreciate you. I hope everything's good with you and the fam. But getting back to and then back to my tour, back up, well, coming home back to Philly, New Jersey. Our last night we had dinner with Karate Mark and his wife Alicia. And let me tell you something. For those who don't know, Karate Mark is one of the most genuine, authentic dudes you can ever meet. Dude, we know what's funny? Him and Main Event can do shit that 90% of the world can't do, but you would never know from those guys because they are as authentic and as humble as it be. They have a piece of that now they'll let you know that they know some shit too, but only if you're trying to flex on them. Other than that, you will never know that they can do some otherworldly things. But man, Karate Mark, his lovely wife, man, we went to dinner. First of all, it was supposed to be just a double dinner date with the fellas and the wives, but for y'all, of course, y'all should know by now, unless you live in Iraq. My me and my wife's baby boy is autistic, so and he has serious elopement issues. So it's hard to leave him anywhere because he has no sense of danger. He will leave outdoors, stuff like that, and we can't expect like other people to child proof their house, stuff like that. So we were staying with my mom, and he'll hang off like the top banister, or he'll try to go out the door. So it had to turn into a family affair. And God bless Alicia, Karate Mark's wife Alicia. She called all around, and she got us a family atmosphere where we could go and hang out and chill out. And we ended up eating at this farm like service, something like that. And it was the best. And we had such a great time. And at the table, um, of course they gave me a gift, and I'm like so like I'm like blushing almost. And I open a gift. It's a Bob Ross T-shirt. I wish I could have a picture. I'm so bad at this. It's a Bob Ross T-shirt with him next to his painting, and it has a Wu-Tang symbol on the painting. I and for the y'all know I love me some Bob Ross. So for them to get me that shirt, that is awesome. I haven't worn it yet. I can't wait to wear it. Um, but thank you to them, man. And like I said, all these people that I met, they just they made my visit so much more. It meant so much more, and I appreciate it a lot. And that's the best thing ever. And I just want to thank all of y'all and everybody who continues to support me and just be genuine with me. That's all I can ask. So that's it for my Philly homecoming hurts. Now, let's get into some fun. Um, my topics today are new social media approach, fake white allies trigger warning, family shade, uh Thanksgiving food takes, and last I'm gonna end it with domestic violence. So let's start with my new social media approach. Before I went home, I I got off of Twitter. And I got off of Twitter because I just noticed that I got locked into arguing with random people about the silliest. It may not have been silly, but arguing with people, and it would totally consume my day. And social media should not consume your day. And that's what it was doing to me. So what I wound up doing is I logged out and I just stopped posting. And people checked on me and they was like, hey, why you not doing this, why you not posting, the timeline is quiet, I miss you, I need you to troll or do something, it's boring. But I went away because I had to figure out how I was going to approach social media from that point forward. And I decided that I'm no longer going to give that type of energy away anymore cuz my wife, she always says this. She say, "So you're arguing with somebody online and they probably went about their day and never even thought twice about it, but now you're sitting here and you're stewing about it and think how they're just somewhere like, haha, we got them." And that makes so much sense. So, especially on there, you're arguing about the Eagles or whatever the case, but you can't have civil debates because then it gets personal. Somebody be like, "Oh, you're a jackass." Like, why I gotta be a jackass? Because I disagree with your take. So, my new approach has been, and I think it has worked out for me, has been not giving people that type of energy, not giving away, not allowing people to put negative energy in my home, in my mental space. So, I just do what I do. And it's been successful so far. I haven't trolled, I haven't argued with anybody, I haven't said anything mean to anybody, I haven't went after anybody. I've just been, just enjoying Twitter again, enjoying social media again because it shouldn't be a task. Social media should be fun, but somewhere along the lines, people started making money and it turned into, nobody can be wrong, everybody take is right. It's just crazy. So my new approach is just have fun, but not at people's expense. Now, don't get it twisted. If you really want me to go back to the old me, it can happen, but it's just going to take more now because it's just not worth it. And I posted that I was going to be back home, and I was back home, and all these people that can say the most vile stuff, they knew my location, they knew where I was at, and none of them said, "Hey, meet me here so we could discuss." None of them. So that gave me all the confirmation I need that it's not worth it. It's just not. So I'll continue to move on and go forth and have fun, and that's just how I'm going to do it going forward. And I think that's how other people should do it going forward as well. It's no you get nothing out of. No, let me scratch that. Sometimes there is some satisfaction when you light somebody ass up and you let and you clown them and you let everybody know how much of a clown they are. But there's a such thing as when, you know, either go for the kill shot or just let it go. And I would just keep going and going and going instead of just ending it with the kill shot. And that's what sometimes, people start rolling their eyes. I never want to be that person where people see a tweet and they roll their eyes like, oh, so I'm not going to be that guy. So that's my new social media approach to that stuff. So let's also talk about. I want to talk about this right here. The fake. Now, trigger warning. If you one of those super woke white guilt people, you may want to get off now because uh, I'm gonna say some things and it may hurt your feelings. When I mean fake white allies, trigger warning. What I mean is, if you look around social media, you continue to get people telling the black community how they should feel about things, how they should be upset about things. And if you're going to be an ally, be an ally. But don't think you can crusade. Don't think you can crusade and insert yourself into the struggle because you can't. I get it. If you want to help, help. But some of you out here, you're not helping. You're not. You can't tell me what I should be upset about. You can't tell me what I should feel bad about. You understand? You see, like all these people with like, um, the Kyle Rittenhouse thing and anything else that comes up politically. You see white people going harder, but it be for the wrong reasons. It be for the wrong reasons. Like, yo, some of y'all gotta fall back. Like, you got Enos Cantor talking about he's on CNN talking about Michael Jordan hasn't done anything for the black community. When has that become your place to say that? Why are you on CNN trying to denigrate another black man? Why? What are you doing? If you got a problem with Nike, Enos Cantor, why don't you quit the NBA? Because guess what logo is on the jersey that you're playing? That's giving you a platform to go on CNN and talk about the greatest player of all time, who, by the way, happens to be a black man. Nike. Nike is on that jersey. So if you feel this strongly, why don't you give your money to the black community? That's right. It's going to be crickets. No, it's much easier to go on and try to shame another black man, try to talk about another black man. This is what I'm talking about, allies. If you want to be an ally, be an ally. But don't be the ally that we constantly have to give the side eye to. And that's what I feel like we're getting now. It bothers me. Like, and I don't need you apologizing. Like somebody legit text somebody close to me after the Rittenhouse trial and said I and apologized to him. And it's like, why are you apologizing to me? Like some of this stuff that y'all do, it's just low hanging fruit. It's like I don't need you to apologize for your people or things like that. Now, if you want to acknowledge your privilege, that's fine, I guess. But you acknowledge your privilege doesn't do anything for me. I'm not, and a lot of us are not those. I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not one of those people where I want you to kowtow and apologize for your lineage and all that stuff. That does nothing for me in the now. It does nothing. You having hashtag BLM or anything else you want to put in your bio, that does nothing for me. Nothing. And then as it progresses, come to find out the people that are going the hardest, these so-called allies, we're finding tweets where you're saying vile stuff about the same communities you're trying to defend. You're saying terrible things in DMs. You're doing some counterproductive things about the communities you're trying to protect. And then you're out here with egg on your face. That's the issue. Be genuine. Be who you are. You know what? Like on Twitter, excuse me, when people be like, I can't believe you follow such and such. They're a racist. Or I can't believe you follow so and so. He hates white people. Or I can't believe you do this. I can't believe you do that. Listen, I got over 5,800 followers. I don't want all of them to think alike or think whatever I say is the gospel. That's a cult. I ain't down with the cult shit. You know what changes? Conversations, debates, finding out why another person feels the way that they do. That's how you get to the bottom of things. If everybody believes the same thing, what if everybody believes the wrong thing? You've seen stuff, you've seen the outcome of everybody that believes the same thing. When you put people in power, or when you empower or put people as a figure, and you're believing everything they say, that's how you get massacres. That's how you get bombings. That's how you get riots. That's how you when you let one person, or you have such groupthink that you're just willing to do whatever it takes for quote unquote that person or that cause, and you don't look at the full scope of things. That's what happens. So don't come at me worried about who I follow or who I like their stats, who I do this, how I do that. Listen, somebody probably asked me why did I follow you, and you know what I tell them? Hey, my relationship is my relationship with them. Point blank. Period. If I was to go around here and want to disown everybody that somebody else don't like, I won't have family. I won't have friends. I won't have a lot of things. Because guess what? Everybody's not going to like you. I know of this. I don't walk around here thinking everybody likes me or everybody should like me. No, everybody should not like me. If I've wronged you, please tell me that I wronged you and let's talk about it. But all this fake pandering and fake caring, not Karen, Kren, Karen, Karing, all that, stop it. It does nothing. What it does, it makes me chuckle. And I got a whole group of other friends. We just chuckle about those things. We send tweets and stuff to each other. We be like, or social media or TikToks, we be like, what is this? We should be mad so and so is free. Should we? Who said? Don Lemon, Jackie Reed, Tucker Carlson, all both sides, everybody. Who said we should feel a certain way? I just don't believe looking at a TV and somebody riling me up like that. I just don't. I've always marched to the beat of my own drum. Now, the way I think sometimes may align with the way a lot of people think, but that doesn't mean I'm just blindly following that. I've done my research. I feel a certain way about it. And guess what? Things change, circumstances change, happenstances change. I can feel one way about something and something that happened, and it'll make me rethink it. Like I've had people I've looked up to, and then something happened, and I had to rethink it. Or something I've listened to somebody all my life or for a long time, and then they've done something that made me go back and rethink a lot of the stuff that they've done in the past, and I try to put it together. It's okay. A lot of you are so stuck on I put this out there, so now I have to do mental gymnastics and mental hurdles to keep that narrative alive. And you don't have to do that. Just say that's the way I thought then, and this is the way I think now. But the difference is if there's a pattern, then you got to deal with that because a pattern is a pattern. Because I do believe in how people show themselves to you the first time, believe them, because 9 times out of 10, that's really how they feel. But now we're in 24/7, we're in quote unquote cancel culture or whatever. People are afraid, so they try to be something that they're not. And then they always end up showing you exactly who they are. Point blank, period. That's why I'm as transparent as I can be. Because I don't want nobody coming out like, hey, yo, Blue sound a little different he acts a little different than he does on Twitter. Everybody that I met last weekend, they would tell you I am the same person in front of you that I am on social media over the internet. I was with Jess and Britt. We were lifting weights, and she was like, "I gotta put some chalk on my hand. Let me get some white chalk to lift the weights." And I was like, why isn't there black chalk at the gym? Now, to some people, they may be like, "Oh, oh, oh," but that's just who I am. I just don't. I take things seriously, but I also believe that humor is a great truth teller. Humor is a great way to bridge a gap or to let people know how you're thinking. You can give Jim Jones has proven it. You can give somebody poison. It depends on how you present it, and And I don't like to present bad poison, but I like to present the way I'm feeling, but I like to present it in a way that's palatable to you. And humor has always been that way. Humor has always helped me in life. It's helped me through, man, you talking about me being at AIT in front of a drill sergeant, him about to roast, him about to smoke the whole platoon because somebody left their canteen or something or whatever the case may be. And the drill sergeant coming to me and like, Blue, I why shouldn't I smoke the whole platoon and make your fat ass watch? This is a true story. And I looked at the drill sergeant and I said, because I could get you tickets to the Drew Hill concert. And he looked at me like, fuck you talk about, Private? I was like, I am Jazz from Drew Hill and I could hook you up. I kid you not. That drill sergeant broke out laughing. And he said, Blue, if you Drew Hill, then do the Drew Hill stomp. And I did it in front of the whole formation and had all the drill sergeants laughing. And he didn't smoke us. That's just comedy. It just helps. Having a sense of humor helps. It helps present some. Now, the reason why that story fits is because we were all tired of shit. We didn't want to get smoked. If those who haven't been in the military, if a drill sergeant knows that he's getting to you and you're tired, the more tired you look, the more they're going to keep smoking you. And I knew we was at that break point. So I was like, I got to do something because we can't do no more push-ups. We can't do nothing else. And with just that joke, that drill sergeant was like, everybody get their ass upstairs and go to bed. And I don't want to see no lights on. That was the end of that. So I say all that just I don't know what else to tell y'all when it comes to being um when it comes to presenting yourself to people, be who you are, be genuine. Because who you really are is going to come out 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. I don't care. Uh, who a person is always comes to the light. Always. Especially with some of these detectives out here, they'll find anything. The this you culture is real. It's real. Now let's talk about Thanksgiving. Let's talk about Thanksgiving because that's why you're here, right? There's a war brewing on Twitter. We're always arguing about something on social media. Now it's about uh sides, and this is going to tie into racism because not racism because of race. Because the big issue is that somebody posted a tweet where they gave you 8 things to take away from 8 sides that it says eliminate one from Thanksgiving forever. And the choices they give you is turkey, rolls, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, stuffing, pies, green bean casserole, ham, and gravy. Now, where the issue is coming in, I I've just found out that there's people out there that don't like mac and cheese. They are not an ally. They are not a fan of mac and cheese. And it just happens to be a whole bunch of white people. Listen, food is subjective. You like what you like. But damn it, it's some things where you just, bar you being lactose intolerant, gluten uh impotent or whatever the hell you call it, there is no way on this earth, second earth, third earth, Wyatt earth, um, the multiverses, MCU versus DC universe, that mac and cheese should not be a Thanksgiving staple. There is no way. But I tell you what, you can take that you can take that green bean casserole. You can go to the space, what they call it, the SpaceX launch. You can use Gorilla Tape and tape that bitch around the space shuttle. And you can salute that green bean casserole as it is shot into orbit. Because there is no way green bean casserole should be anywhere near. First of all, who was the person that invented green bean casserole? That sounds such like you was late for Thanksgiving, coming to Thanksgiving. You had to bring something. You didn't know what to bring, or all you had was green beans in your cabinet, some butter, and some cheese, and some breadcrumbs. And you said, damn, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook these green beans. I'm gonna put these breadcrumbs in this cheese. I'm gonna stir it all up, and I'm gonna throw it in the oven, and then I'm gonna make it crusty, and I'm gonna serve it to people. That's what green bean casserole is. It is literally a. If you bring green bean casserole to a Thanksgiving, you are literally telling that household you don't give a shit about them. Boo! Boo! Blue! Boo me! Boo your ass! Green bean casserole is like green bean casserole is literally baked potato salad with raisins in it. It is an ultimate. What do you think you're doing? Who told you that green beans, cheese, and breadcrumbs is it? I just green bean casserole. I've never sat at Big Mama's house and she said, "Pass me the green bean casserole. I need a couple scoops of that." Never heard that shit. You will find Grey Poupon on Big Mama's table before you find green bean casserole. And go ahead, shoot me the pictures of your mama's aunts, great grandmammies, secret super green casserole. Uh, you can send me all the pics you want. You can hashtag it. I don't give a shit. Green bean casserole is a boil on Thanksgiving's ass. Get it out of here. You got people slandering mac and cheese. Let me tell you something. Mac and cheese. If mac and cheese was a superhero, it'd be Iron Man. Cause it's equipped with everything that you need. Noodles, cheese, butter. Now you got some people that do breadcrumbs and all that bullshit. Nah, keep your damn breadcrumbs. What is it with putting breadcrumbs on everything? What is it? Breadcrumbs have become fucking uh Tony seasoning for white people. Breadcrumbs is Tony seasoning for white people. That's exactly what it is. I just figured it out. You know how black people grab Tony's and put it on everything? White people grab breadcrumbs and put it on everything. Oh, you know what to make this, pop? Some breadcrumbs. The hell? No, it won't. You know what breadcrumbs will make pop? That lining that keeps you from having diarrhea. That's what breadcrumbs will pop. and you put that with green bean casserole, you have a combustible mix. So if you serve a green bean casserole, you better have a lot of toilet tissue, a lot of baby wipes, and a lot of Febreze. Cause it ain't happening, Captain. And another thing, turkey, super overrated. Super overrated. I don't care what part, the neck, the gibbler, the ass, the feet. I don't care what part of the turkey. Turkey is overrated at Thanksgiving. It's overrated. Like oh, but when it's warm and the right gravy, no, 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 no. Get that damn thing was just and now it's between two slices of bread or smothered in gravy. Turkey is highly overrated. Highly overrated. So people be breaking their ass to get a bird. Like, nah, you don't have to do all that. Turkey's highly overrated. Highly overrated. And I just don't get the whole turkey sandwich thing afterwards or turkey salad. It is what it is, man. Like I just never got into the whole turkey thing at Thanksgiving. That's bothered me. Green bean casserole, turkey has bothered me. Oh, and the cranberry sauce. Like it looks like cranberry sauce looks like the blood of Odin. I mean, it looked like it looked like the god of thunder bled into a plate and it coagulated and it became solid and they put that shit in the can. Y'all are eating the blood of Odin or Thor when y'all eat cranberry sauce. Now I know it sounds enticing, like it's the god of thunder. I'm gonna be strong like him. No, you're literally eating Jello with uh Jello mixed with aluminum. That's what you're eating. Jello in an aluminum can. Bill Cosby would be ashamed. He would be ashamed. Y'all got cranberry sauce, and y'all act like adding it to every plate is like it's the business. It is not. You ever seen cranberry sauce at the table? It always have like one piece sliced off for that one nasty ass family member that gotta have it. You never hear people saying, "Don't eat all the cranberry sauce. I want some." You never hear that shit. And if you say you have, you're lying. Don't eat all the cranberry sauce. You know Dad go get mad. You never heard that. But what you have heard is, "Where's Auntie macaroni and cheese? I need to get some of that. Where is so potato salad? I need some of that. Where are they candied yams? I need some of that." You never hear, "Oh man, is Auntie coming this year? Cause she make the banging cranberry sauce." You never hear that shit. Nobody ever hears that. Stop it. Stop it. What else we got on here? Pies. Another another bad take. Another bad take that y'all probably gonna hate me for. Sweet potato pie is overrated. Overrated. I eat pumpkin pie. I'm a patriot. No, seriously, sweet potato pie is gross to me. Number one, everybody always talks something. That's because you ain't had nothing like mine. It sucks. Wait a minute, honey. I hear you. Okay, you're ordering show Mars. You ordering show Mars. my wife has been texting me. She's ordering Shomars, but I don't want to be rude and look at my phone while I'm talking, honey. So if you're ordering Shomars, yes, Shomars is fine. I don't know what I want. Um, I'll take a cheeseburger kids meal. Cheeseburger kids meal. I'll take that. Thank you, honey. I love you. My wife had to come into the stream to ask me what did I want from Shomars. Yes, Aunt Win. No, Aunt Win. No, pumpkin pie is delicious. I hate sweet potato pie. Highly overrated. You'll never see me eat anybody's sweet potato pie. I just can't do it. Mm-mm. No, because number one, it's never sweet enough, and this is coming from somebody with type two. Like I got Aunt Wayne, yes, Grandma. Listen, you ain't not gonna get no complaints from me. Grandma Irma makes the best of a lot of things. I just can't eat sweet potato pie. I've always eat pumpkin pie, and my wife makes a great pumpkin pie. But I can't never get her to settle down long enough to make me a pumpkin pie. Her pumpkin pie is delicious, and she only makes it for me because I'm the only weirdo that eats it. I love pumpkin pie. Love it. What else is on this list here? Oh, let's go back to the pie. Pecan pie, apple pie, any of those pies with fillings. That shit is gross. Like I need a solid pie. Don't put cherries. Don't put cherry goulage in between pie crust and think that that's gonna be it. Cause it's not. Pecan pie. Put that in my ice cream. I don't need all that. Like cut it out. What do we have? What else? We have turkey. We have rolls. Okay, rolls. Rolls shouldn't even be on a Thanksgiving list because raise your hand if somebody makes homemade rolls to be on this list. No, they don't. The rolls normally come what? From the store or out the can. Like nobody's making homemade rolls to serve at Thanksgiving. So yeah, you could eliminate that shit forever too. What you gonna eliminate? Wonder Bread, Hostess, Hawaiian rolls? I don't see nobody baking Hawaiian rolls. They go to the store and they buy them. So get that out of here. Now, what else we got? Well, everything else like I already talked about mac and cheese. I like gravy. Gravy goes with the mash, so that's cool. Um, Stuffing's okay. Like I don't have a big problem with stuffing. Um, but I'm not fighting nobody to have it. Like, some people be like, oh, you gotta eat pumpkin. Because it depends. You got some people that, oh, yeah, it ain't stuffing if it ain't no gizzards in it. Then you got some people that like, some people put celery in they stuffing, and it's just it's just too many ways for people to add their own stuff to a stuffing and make it nasty. The celery, the raisins, the gizzards, egg, all that other crap, mushroom. Like, no, 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 no. It's like with macaroni and cheese, it's pretty much a basic foundation that if you just do the basic foundation, you're good. But some people branch off on like stuffing and they start adding celery and gizzards and egg and blah 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 blah. Like, nah, we ain't doing all that. So those are my Thanksgiving takes. Um, what did I also we had here? We had here to talk about um oh, Thanksgiving shade was one of them. Family shade. You What's the best part about when you get together at Thanksgiving? Everybody's together, they're having a good time, they drink wine, blah blah blah. But you know what comes with when you drink alcohol and family. What do you get? You get the truth. Like it go from, I love you, blah blah blah, to about 4 or 5 glasses. You did like, you know what? When we was little, I had $5 on my dresser one day, and I came back and it was gone, and I never knew who did it. But now that I hear you talking about how you pay your own rent and you're blessed. I can't help but think that my $5 are in your blessings. That's what you get with wine and alcohol. Start people start getting mad at each other. And then it's like, why you ain't married? Why you ugly? Why you this? Why you that? And it's like we was just eating and breaking bread together. Like now we can't stand each other for the next 364 days until the next Thanksgiving. So I say that to say this. Please, family, when you get together, if you know you can't hold your alcohol, don't touch it. If you know, because we all know alcohol does nothing but bring the truth out, and it brings out the worst in people. Whatever your worst trait is, it brings it out more. So just don't do it. Luckily for me and my family, we get together, we eat, we talk about football, we talk about when the next time we gonna get together, and we talk about each other, but in a good way. We like laugh and joke about with each other. But some of these families, it be people. I be like, "Yo, you going to see your family?" Nah, man, fuck them. Like, what? What happened? Man, I ain't been to the last 10 Thanksgivings with my family because they said something I ain't like. And then you could be like, well, what did they say you can't like? They can't even remember why they're not talking to their family. And with the way everything is going on right now, life is short. Enjoy your family. I got my 78-year-old dad with me for the first time since 2012. Best believe I'm going to enjoy this Thanksgiving. I ain't got time for that crap. I'm trying to create memories from my family, my bloodline, my 3 kids, my babies, my wife. I'm trying to create memories in the bread. This will be our second Thanksgiving. No, we just came up on our 1 year anniversary of being in this house. I'm not about to disrespect Blue Manor and not make sure family has a good time when they're here. So hey, whatever beef y'all got going on, bar it being criminal or something really dark, y'all gotta find a way to make up. Um, what are you doing, son? Get out of here, yo. Um, yes, this would be the second Thanksgiving here. Um, so with that said, and damn, hours went by really, really quick. My last thing I want to talk about is go ahead and take him and close the door because y'all doing the most. Um, no, not the dog. Take your brother. Give me my dog. Give me my dog. Take your brother and close the door and lock it. Um, the last thing I want to talk about is domestic violence. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I wanted enough time to talk about this. Because for those who don't know, it's been some real it's been some real you can't all these rooms in this house and they want to be here. We just heard the story about former running back piece of shit Zach Stacy. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the video that went viral of him literally beating the hell out of the mother of his child in front of his child. I mean, y'all can look up the video yourself. I get so sick to my stomach thinking about it. He he threw her across the room. He punched her several times. I mean, he literally manhandled her, pun intended. And I don't know what um what gave her the idea of recording it, but I'm happy she did because it showed what happens behind closed doors. Um, and I'm trying to get my words right because I just I have a mental block when it comes to putting my hands on a woman or seeing somebody else put their hands on a woman. And don't give me these fucking mental gymnastics, super Ripley's Believe It or Not scenarios to where you could put your hands on a woman. If you're coming up with scenarios to put your hands on a woman, then that tells me all I need to know about you. Don't be like, well, what if she has a chainsaw and she's blocking the door and I get who the fuck are you dating? Leatherface? But this dude here, he assaulted his he assaulted the mother of his child, a woman, right in front of their child, viral for the whole world to see. And it's just brought to the light of there as a father of a daughter. I have mothers, I have aunts, I have cousins. I just don't I can't I can never come up with a scenario to where you're putting your hands on a woman. No, when you're assaulting a woman, when you're putting your hands on a woman physically to hurt them. And this is coming from somebody I was kicked in the testicles, spit on, told that they were going to get their gang member cousin to sexually assault my daughter and give her AIDS. All this stuff when I was arresting a woman and I didn't put my hands on her once. I didn't touch her. I didn't hit her. First of all, when she spit on me, that gave me all the grounds in the world to put my hands on her. When she kicked me in the testicles, I could have put my hands on her. But I didn't. And I say that to say because there was somebody actually on Twitter that said, oh, this is because I was arguing with somebody else, and they was like, this is coming from the same guy who let a woman spit on his face and kick him in the testicles and didn't do nothing. Was that you or was that another retired fat ass cop? So I'm getting I'm getting insulted because I chose not to put my hands on a woman and assault and injure another woman. Even when I had every right to do it, wearing a badge and everything. The same badge that y'all say that police abuse, that police are power tripping off of. I had every right in my power to do that, and I didn't do it. You know why? Because again, there's no justification for it. And if you're standing by or you know of somebody that's abusing a woman and you're not doing anything, I don't want to see you giving flowers, and I don't want to see you crying or any of that. Now, I'm not saying be Batman and be a vigilante and try to stop it, but there's ways that you could bring awareness to it and you can help somebody out and save somebody's life. Domestic violence only ends in two ways. One of those parties going to jail or being dead. That's it. There's no in between. Trust me on this. I'm a retired police officer. I've seen it every single time. It always ends with somebody going to jail or somebody dying. That's it. Domestic violence is no joke, and all that what happens between that man and that woman, or or that no, it doesn't work that way anymore. It just doesn't. And you let stuff like that slide, then you let everything else slide. I just don't I don't condone violence against women. I don't condone violence against children. It's just certain things that I have zero tolerance for. And there's nothing you can say to me, it's nothing you can say, well, hear me out. There's no hear me out. That goes for friends and family. Like people be like, I've cut people off for less. I mean, I cut blood people off for less. Like, I'm talking like you talk about my sneakers when I was 6, and now I can't stand your ass to this day, and I'm 39 years old. That's the level of petty I am. So put that with somebody that abuses women and children. How petty you think I'm gonna be then? That's just how I've always been. And if you're around here, there was people justifying it or trying to say, well, we don't know what happened before the cameras was rolling. She could have had her finger on a trigger to blow up your PS5, and there is no explanation, no reason that Zach Stacy should have did what he did. The fool in Seattle that choked and beat and almost killed his girlfriend. Same thing. I don't care about race or none of that. What I care about is all domestic violence being reported, being covered. Black, white, Indian, Asian, I don't care. Report it. Cover it. Get it done. Stop with all this distraction bullshit. It's not about race. I even saw that. Somebody was like, well, why didn't they say that about the guy from Seattle? They did. Who cares? Stop changing the narrative and the agenda to fit your agenda. Domestic violence is domestic violence. Period. I say this and then I'm gonna let it go. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and I hope this broadcast is archived. I could promise you, if there's ever any man out there that thinks he could put his hands on my daughter and think they won't get dealt with, you can save this video and you can play it at trial. Make it admissible. I'm gonna deal with your ass. Believe that. It ain't gonna be no she grown, she can handle that. I don't care how old she is. You put your hands on my child, you gonna rather get judged by 12 than get sentenced by me. And I can promise you that. I can promise you that. It ain't about going to the safe or none of that shit. It's about it's about getting mine. So um we gotta do better. Keep your hands off these women. My dad told me a long time ago, if you gotta beat them, you don't need them. If somebody got you in your feelings that bad, you need to leave. Be a man. You want to talk about toxic masculinity? That's what domestic violence is. That's as toxic as it gets. Um, thank everybody for joining me. I hate that I ended on a sour note, but I just wanted to address that, and I wanted everybody to pay attention to that part. Huh, it's real time Prince Blue. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Please like, share, and follow all this. Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on Apple Podcasts. Everybody, please have a great, wonderful, safe, sober if you can Thanksgiving. Please do not eat green bean casserole. Do not put white people seasoning, which is breadcrumbs, Tony's, on anything. Only thing breadcrumbs should be on is a breadcrumb cake. This is this is real time principle. I hope everybody have a fantastic rest of the night, rest of the weekend. Be safe. Please don't let anybody tell you not to tweet your picture. You want to tweet your struggle plate. If you want to take a picture of your struggle plate or your plate of food, damn it, do it. People always twerking and showing pictures of their cars, sneakers, BBLs, whatever it is, and y'all don't get upset about that. So why y'all get upset about something that happens once a year when people tweet all their plates or take pictures of their plates? Shut your ass up. All right, I'm out of here. This is Real Time Prince Blue. Y'all have fun. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. I'm going to eat some show Mars. I'm out.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Look.